of what he responds to. New Labour Minister vows to keep wage increase promise and TNT urged to prepare for above-average hurricane season. Good evening, I'm Patricia Nicholson-Richards. Welcome to the Tobago Updates television news for Wednesday, 7th May 2025. To our top story this evening. Philip Alexander has been sworn in as Minister in the Ministry of Housing. The swearing-in ceremony was held this afternoon at the President's House, with Prime Minister Kamla Persad-Bissessar noticeably absent. Alexander is the third minister to be sworn in the Ministry of Housing, with David Lee as Minister and Anna Roberts, who is a minister in that ministry.
I, Philip Edward Alexander, do swear by Almighty God that I will bear true faith and allegiance to Trinidad and Tobago.
Founder of Sasha Cosmetics, Satyakama Maharaj, was also sworn in today. He will lead the Ministry of Trade, Investment and Tourism.
I, Satyakama Maharaj, do swear by the Bhagavad Gita that I shall bear true faith and allegiance to Trinidad and Tobago and will.
The appointments come as part of the new government. The ceremony took place at the President's House earlier today. Well, newly sworn-in Minister in the Ministry of Housing, Philip Alexander, stated shortly after taking his oath of office that the National Housing List will be evaluated.
Long list, and it's an old list. There have been people who have spoken to me over the years that have their number and their name on that list 25 years. So at some point we have to make it make sense, and I think that should be the first order of business, to see what exactly is the size of the problem we need to solve and get down to the business of solving it.
He also addressed concerns about the quality of government housing, assuring that the UNC-led central government has no intention of constructing substandard or ghetto-style housing developments.
I remember under the People's Partnership government, that was a mainstay to make sure that the quality of the properties were to the standard, and it wasn't just we weren't building ghetto complexes. And I think that would also be a big part in this administration going forward.
As for his posture now that he's a government minister, Philip said he is working on it.
I am first and foremost a team player, and I am very good at taking my cues from seniors. That said, I know the Honorable Kamla Persad-Bissessar SC knew who I was when she brought me into the mix, and yes, there have been a couple times when she would say, rethink that comment, and I'm figuring out her tenor, her tone, and aligning myself with that. There are some things that I see going on in the public space that I'd like to respond to, but that's not my responsibility right now, and I have to be mindful of that.
Philip Alexander has gained a reputation for his outspoken and often controversial remarks on social media. Trinidad and Tobago's newly appointed Minister of Labour, Small and Micro Enterprise Development, Senator Leroy Batiste, is assuring the public and public servants that the promised 10% salary increase under the UNC government will be delivered. Sworn in on May 3rd following the 2025 general elections, the former Public Services Association president made the announcement shortly after taking his oath at the President's House. He assured that the UNC administration intends to fulfill its commitment, stating, quote, "It will happen," end quote. Batiste highlighted that with over $60 billion allocated in the national budget, workers must now be made a priority. He said previous administrations failed to do so, but his government would change that. The former PSA leader, who served from 2022 to 2024, also pledged to push for the repeal of the Trinidad and Tobago Revenue Authority Act of 2021, insisting that all legislative reforms must promote fairness and protect the working class. He expressed optimism about support from Tobago as the government advances its reform agenda. Amid growing concern over inflation and labor unrest, Batiste's appointment signals a renewed focus on workers' rights. We'll take a short break and come back with more. Stay tuned.
hub in Darrow Springs, Scarborough. For doctors want to get better, where to start, what kind of exercise to do, what to eat, how to get restful sleep. Need a doctor to search for root cause? Look no further. Come to Majuba Hill Lifestyle Center Foundation at our Wellness Center in Goodwood, or Food Hub in Darrow Springs, Scarborough, or Doctor's Office in Goodwood and Darrow Springs. Contact 49 Swift 4979 438.
Welcome to Tobago Glass Supplies, where innovation meets excellence and service reigns supreme.
Well, I want a proper window for me house, yeah? I want no shake thing in my place.
Our commitment is simple: to provide high-quality, innovative aluminum, vinyl, and glass solutions for both commercial and residential spaces.
We get one wall on the side and we get one hole. You can put a window there, invent something, a window for put there.
At TGSL, we don't just meet needs, we exceed expectations. Our range includes the finest aluminum cladding options, setting new standards in durability and style.
Well, me meet ya. Me don't know who I'm talking to, but I be children, cousin Tufina tell me, for call all you go get proper thing for put there, me don't know.
Driven by our passion to elevate, we aim to be the leading supplier in the Caribbean market while retaining our identity as a family-owned business.
Driven? No, I ain't driving. I get a bus ticket. One of me pick me them go drop me down there. Must bring me down there. Russo Trace Springer down by the place down there.
Because at Tobago Glass Supplies Limited, it's not just about products, it's about relationships. It's about you.
It's all about me? Who's your family? You know Edna and Dorka and them, you know them, but you resemble them Edward boy and them Edward people, them you.
Tobago Glass Supplies, Russo Trace Spring Garden, telephone number 639-6266. Innovation, quality, service. That's Tobago Glass Supplies Limited.
Are you in a dispute with a registered investment service provider of the TTSEC? Or maybe you're the victim of an investment scam? You can lodge a complaint or submit an anonymous tip to the Trinidad and Tobago Securities and Exchange Commission. Download our Investor Protection app or go to ttsec.org.tt to access our complaint form or submit an anonymous tip. Write a clear summary of your complaint. Submit copies of supporting documents along with the originals for verification. Provide a copy of the feedback received from the entity regarding your complaint. All investor complaints or scam reports submitted by the public are acknowledged and reviewed by the TTSEC. Investigations are pursued based on the outcome of the review. Trinidad and Tobago Securities and Exchange Commission, protecting the interests of investors and the public. You invest, we protect. Everyone benefits.
Coconut's Cafe, the buffet restaurant that specializes in all your tasty local dishes. For breakfast and for lunch. Breakfast includes coconut bake and sada roti, served with chokers, bull joil, and sausages in tomato sauce. Not forgetting beef and cheese pies, shepherd's pie, macaroni pie, and rice in various styles. Meat served in a variety of flavors, garden salads, and pasta salads. All this accompanied by fruit juices, coconut water, your choice of a great combination to appease your taste buds. So call us today to order, as we are here to accommodate your busy schedules or if you are having a cooking day off.
It's a different type of thing down there, and we party till we drop down there, with a lot of pretty girls down there, down in Tobago.
Welcome back. In an interesting twist within the People's National Movement, two familiar faces are back at the top just days after being removed from the party's leadership slate. Former deputy political leaders Nyan Gadsby-Dolly and Com Imbert have returned, this time as chairman and vice chairman. Joel George has the details.
Nyan Gadsby-Dolly and Col Imbert are back in leadership roles within the People's National Movement, just days after being removed as deputy political leaders by former political leader Dr. Keith Rowley. At a special General Council meeting held on Tuesday, Gadsby-Dolly was elected chairman of the PNM, narrowly defeating Port of Spain Mayor Shanu Allen by 60 votes to 58. Imbert was elected vice chairman unopposed. 4 ballots were spoiled.
This is the best formula, where we have the experience guiding the young people working together at the same time, so that we can learn the principles, the culture of the PNM, the culture of leadership, so that we are the best party.
Their appointments follow the resignation of former chairman Stuart Young and deputy leader Rohan Sinanan last week, which left the party's executive with just 3 members. This new leadership is temporary. According to the PNM's constitution, the political leader's position must be filled within 6 months of becoming vacant. Internal elections will take place once a party convention is called.
We are just here, myself and Dr. Dolly, to guide the party through towards the internal election, because we felt it was necessary to have as many people as possible in the leadership. It was down to 3.
For now, Gadsby-Dolly and Imbert joined General Secretary Foster Cummings, Lady Vice Chair Camille Robinson-Regis, and Tobago Council leader Ansel Dennis to guide the party through this transitional period.
Now to this. The Trinidad and Tobago Meteorological Service is sounding the alarm as the hurricane season approaches, warning citizens and key stakeholders to begin immediate preparations. The official hurricane season begins on June 1st and runs through November, with peak activity expected between mid-August and mid-October. During this time, the region faces a heightened risk of tropical depressions, storms, and full-fledged hurricanes, any of which could pose a direct threat to Tobago. Forecasters are predicting an above-average season, with 19 named storms expected. Of those, 9 are projected to reach hurricane strength, and 4 could escalate into major hurricanes, Category 3 or higher. This forecast highlights the need for disaster readiness across all sectors. The TTMS also reminds the public that May is recognized as National Disaster Prevention and Preparedness Month, making it an ideal time to review emergency plans, secure property, and ensure families are ready for any potential weather threat. Staying with news regarding the environment, an ecological crisis is unfolding beneath Tobago's waters. Driven by the invasive lionfish, a venomous predator devouring native fish and damaging reef ecosystems. The Lionfish Eradication Project, led by Simon and John Prokop, is calling on the THE and the Institute of Marine Affairs to increase funding and support. Since arriving in Tobago in 2012, lionfish have multiplied rapidly, consuming key reef species and threatening local fisheries and tourism. The group is pushing to turn the crisis into an opportunity by creating a commercial lionfish industry. To help or report sightings, contact the division, the IMA, or the Lionfish Eradication Project. You're watching the Tobago Updates television news. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube at Tobago Updates. More news after this.
You can now get whatever you need whenever you need it anywhere in Tobago with Tobago. Your meals, medication, groceries, and shopping all delivered directly to you. No more hassle, no more stress. Get the Tobago app today on Google Play or Apple App Store.
That's TAPPOGO and let us deliver to you.
Check our website at www.tapogo.app or call the experts at 494-TOGO and 484-4746. Tobago. Relax. We will get it to you. Tobago's at your service.
Courts is well known as the Caribbean's largest retailer, providing consumers for generations with the very best products to enhance their homes. This year, we bring our expertise to businesses. Courts Business Solutions will serve small, medium, and large companies with the very best products at the most competitive prices, backed by warranties and after-sales support. Hoteliers, office managers, restaurants, and so many more. Courts Business Solutions, a brand of the Unicomer Group.
Welcome back. The 2025 Special Olympics Trinidad and Tobago National Games begin this Saturday, May 10th, under the theme Uniting the Nation Through Inclusion and Athletic Excellence. 9 schools and community teams will compete across 8 sporting events, including athletics, aquatics, football, and volleyball. The games will run until June 14th and aim to promote inclusion and to celebrate the talents of athletes with intellectual disabilities. The opening ceremony will feature a symbolic torch handover to represent unity and perseverance. Later this year, SOTT will also host the National Beach Games in October and the National Floorball Games in November. Our weather report is up next. Stay with us.
When the game is on, you don't want to miss the best moments. With AMPLIA TV, you can enjoy our ultimate sports package and watch your favorite games on the go. Stay connected and informed with sports news, scores, and stats with AMPLIA's fastest internet speeds. Up to 1 GB fiber internet, you can stream riveting football action, cricket, NBA games, and much more. With AMPLIA, it's game on. Visit amplia.co.tt or call 800-4663. AMPLIA. Do more, live more.
TNTech is pleased to advise that its Roxborough Service Center has reopened. Starting Monday, 10th March, customers can once more visit the Roxborough Administrative Building to pay TNTech bills, request new connections, and more. TNTech, powering the nation into the next generation.
This is how it's gonna go. They better look up below, 'cause this is your show, and everybody's gonna know. Say it to them once again. They better look up below. This is your show, and everybody's gonna know. That's how it's gonna go. They better look up below, 'cause this is your show.
Are you in a dispute with a registered investment service provider of the TTSEC? Or maybe you're the victim of an investment scam? You can lodge a complaint or submit an anonymous tip to the Trinidad and Tobago Securities and Exchange Commission. Download our Investor Protection app or go to ttsec.org.tt to access our complaint form or submit an anonymous tip. Write a clear summary of your complaint. Submit copies of supporting documents along with the originals for verification. Provide a copy of the feedback received from the entity regarding your complaint. All investor complaints or scam reports submitted by the public are acknowledged and reviewed by the TTSEC. Investigations are pursued based on the outcome of the review. Trinidad and Tobago Securities and Exchange Commission, protecting the interests of investors and the public. You invest, we protect. Everyone benefits.
Courts is well known as the Caribbean's largest retailer, providing consumers for generations with the very best products to enhance their homes. This year, we bring our expertise to businesses. Courts Business Solutions will serve small, medium, and large companies with the very best products at the most competitive prices, backed by warranties and after-sales support. Hoteliers, office managers, restaurants, and so many more. Courts Business Solutions, a brand of the Unicomer Group.
Now for a look at the weather update from the TNT Met Office. Tonight is expected to be generally fair. Despite the low chance of an odd shower, tonight's temperature drops to 25 degrees Celsius. Tomorrow you can expect a generally fair day with mild haze, despite the chance of a few partly cloudy spells, at times accompanied by spotty showers. Daytime temperatures are expected to reach 31 degrees Celsius with a heat index of 34 degrees Celsius. Seas slight with waves near 1.3 meters in open waters and smooth in sheltered areas. The sunrise is expected at 5:41 and the sunset at 6:17. And that's how we end this evening's newscast. Here's a recap of our headlines. 2 more government ministers added to Prasad Bisessa's cabinet. Philip Alexander now mindful of what he responds to. New Labour Minister vows to keep wage increase promise, and TNT urged to prepare for above-average hurricane season. I'm Patricia Nicholson-Richards, thanking you so much for joining us and wishing you a great night.